Good morning and welcome to the Christ Lutheran Church Godly Playroom. I'm glad you're here. Do you feel ready for a story? Watch. This is the Holy Family. Let's see what all is here. Here is the Christ child reaching out to give you a hug. This is the Mother Mary and the Father Joseph. Here is Mary's donkey. The Mother Mary and the Father Joseph were traveling a great distance from their hometown of Nazareth south all the way to the city of Bethlehem, so that they might be counted by the Roman soldiers among the house and lineage of David. Now, Mary was expecting a baby, and it's very hard to walk a great distance when you're expecting a baby. So when she couldn't take another step, she would ride the donkey. Now, when you're expecting a baby, it's very hard to ride a donkey for any great distance. And when she couldn't take a moment longer, she would get off the donkey and walk. They must have been the last ones on the road that night coming into Bethlehem. This is the cow, who the next morning must have been so surprised to look in her feed trough, the manger, and realize that her breakfast was not there, but there was a baby. This is one of the shepherds in the field that night. We have one, but there must have been many. And here are some sheep. There must have been hundreds and hundreds in the field that night with the shepherds. The shepherds must have been so surprised when suddenly the night sky was filled with light and they heard a loud noise. Perhaps the only thing they could hear was their heartbeat because they were so afraid. And then they heard a voice, an angel saying, "Do not be afraid." Angels are always saying something like that. But then, when they listened to the words, they really weren't afraid, because the angel was saying, "Peace to all people on earth. Go, for tonight in the city of David is born the Messiah." Here are the three wise men. Sometimes they're called three kings, and sometimes they're called the magi. Now, I'm not sure if there were three, but we know that they brought three gifts. Magi were so wise that people thought they were magic. In fact, that word, magic, comes from the word in their language, magi. Magi knew when to plant the crops, and people would ask them when to take a trip because they knew so much about the world. But they knew the most about the night sky, and they knew all about the stars, until one day they saw a wild star and they had to follow it. And when they followed it, it led them to the stable where the baby was in Bethlehem. This is the baby reaching out to give you a hug. And this baby grew up to be a man who died on the cross. That is very sad. But somehow he is still with us in an Easter kind of way. In fact, he was not just with us way back then or with us now, but he is with us in all time and in all places. Now he can reach out and give the whole world a hug. This is the Holy Family, and it is for you. I wonder what part of this story you like the best. I wonder what part of this story is the most important part. What do you think is the most important thing here? I wonder what part of this story is especially about you, or especially about your life today. I wonder if there's any part of this story we could leave out and still have all that we need. It was great to share this story with you today, and I hope you take a little time with your family and friends there to think more about this story and to visit more about it. Maybe you want to draw a picture or find your nativity scene in your home and take it out even though it's not Christmas. And I invite you to join us next Sunday at 9:15. You can come here in person, or we'll be here in this way next week too. So I can't wait to share another story with you then. Take care and blessings.